You're listening to the Outer Banks This Week podcast, a place for people to hear what's going on up and down the beach and to get the truth about what really goes on around the Outer Banks. So, are you ready? Here we go.
All right. Thank you so much, Wes. Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode number 82. And it's all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio. If it has doors, it can be yours at Kelly's Automotive. Check him out online at kellysobxauto.com. I'm telling you right now, Kelly is in the business of helping people. Okay, I'm sure you probably, all car dealers pretty much say the same stuff. You're approved, and you're approved. And look, Kelly, he's like, look, I want to make sure that you got something that's going to work for you and that will be something that you can use for quite some time. Kelly, definitely first-class guy. You can check him out online again at kellysobxauto.com. Oh, my goodness gracious. What great weather we have continued to have. Yeah, it has been a little cloudy here lately. Yeah, there has been some sort of tropical depression, tropical storm, something. I don't even know the name of it, that kind of formed up off of South Carolina, moved into South Carolina, threw a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain this direction. But, hey, it's that time of the year. I feel like I said this last week. You should be expecting some sort of storms to be developing around this time. We're coming down the other side of the peak of hurricane season, okay? So we're still at the top. Just because we've surpassed the peak of hurricane season and we're coming back down the hill doesn't mean we're all the way down the hill. Again, I've seen storms form up the first part of October. I've seen storms form up at the end of October, okay? Now, once you get into November, not likely you're going to see anything, but crazier things have happened. I remember, gosh, what was it, 10 years ago or so, there was a hurricane that formed like right after New Year's or something. Maybe I'm way out in left field right now, but hey, look, it's that time of the year. Don't put your guard down just yet because we're halfway through September and we're looking at October, okay? It's just not wise. Just keep your eyes on the tropics. Again, if you can get the Windy app on your phone, I'm telling you, it's a great source. You've got your Euro, you've got your GFS models. Keep your eyes on it. Just look at it. I'll look at it at least once a day just to see, just out of curiosity. It's normally first thing in the morning. I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on out there. And sometimes there's stuff, sometimes there's not. I think that there's another hurricane forming out there right now, but it's scheduled or slated to stay way out at sea and not even really maybe give us a little bit of swell, but I don't know. It's still hard to tell. It's so far out there. But anyway, keep your eyes on that type of stuff. Again, just because we're on the other side of it, of hurricane season, or the other side of the peak of hurricane season, doesn't mean that it can't still happen. Man, what a great weekend. Yeah, the weather, it was windy, breezy, but it was nice. Great for football weather. Great to just go out. My friends Rob and Beth, their little girl Mila had a birthday party, turned 4. Happy birthday, Mila. My youngins were invited, went out there. They had s'mores, they had pizza, they had games for the kids. A lot of fun happened on Saturday evening this past weekend. And then the Kind Cocktails Barbecue Showdown. That was a lot of fun. I cooked my famous cowboy beans, took them up there. Although I took second place in the side category to Elisa Ortega of Ortega's in downtown Manio. I mean, if I got to be second place to somebody, I'll be second place to them. That's okay with me, but I was still like, the time I was like, daggone it, I wanted to win. But hey, the barbecue, my buddy Barbecue Mike from Carolina Barbecue Company, Highway 64 in Manio, he turned out with barbecue. Phil made barbecue. There was football on the TVs. The kids were running around. A lot of people. I had a mocktail, which was like a fancy lemonade is what it was. The other ones, they had cocktails. Holden did a great job putting that together. I know that they raised a good amount of money for I forgot her name. I had it in my mind. It just went out. Cab driver to help her offset medical costs. So it was a good time. Definitely a fantastic time. So I'm really thankful for that. And, I was thinking about the NFL football landscape here on the Outer Banks because I've had people ask me, Justin, what is like the NFL team of the Outer Banks? Well, pre-1994, or was it 95? Whenever the Panthers came into expansion, I would say that it was a even split, maybe heavier on the Washington Redskins turned Commanders team because my uncle was a Commanders fan or Redskins fan. There's so many people that I knew that were just Redskins fans. There was a lot of Cowboys fans, but there was also a lot of Redskins fans. And there has been a rising number of Steelers fans. I know a few Eagles fans. Again, it's kind of a melting pot here. You got your ones that are Panthers fans, respect. But I'll say it was very heavy Redskins fan, very heavy Steelers fans, very heavy Cowboys, very heavy Panthers. I mean, I don't know many others. I got a friend of mine that's a Vikings fan. Again, we're kind of a melting pot for NFL football. We all like to watch it. I don't really have a team. My wife is a Redskins turned Commanders fan, so I guess that makes me a Redskins turned Commanders fan too. But again, never been much of an NFL football guy. I've always been a college football guy. So anyway, that was a question I got not long ago. Like, what is the landscape? What's the tone? So that's kind of what it is. I got a friend of mine that's a Broncos fan. Like I said, and one of our guys, Wes, that does the intro for the podcast, he's a Raiders fan. How did he become a Raiders fan? You know, it's one of those things. That's a West Coast team. You're in Eastern North Carolina. But anyway, we digress. Great weekend all the way around. I hope yours was as well. Oh, I got Tracy Colson coming in. They're going to talk about OBX Jeep Invasion and everything that OBX Jeep Invasion entails. That's coming up this weekend. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It looks like. I know they've done it for a few years now, and if you haven't participated, if you got a Jeep Wrangler, probably something you might want to think about. I know that they raise money for the SPCA. I think they do stuff for Wounded Warriors. Lots of great causes that they donate money to, and that's happening this weekend. We're going to get Tracy to give us the rundown of all of the events that take place that are going to be going on this coming weekend. So that's coming up. I was thinking about news. Nothing really jumping off the page at me right now. I know that there's some events coming up that we'll talk about that are newsworthy, but nothing that's really kind of jumping at me like crazy. If you are looking for news, Sam Walker, OBXnews.com is where you go to get the news, okay? You have questions, Sam Walker is the answer. Grand Slam, Slam Walker. Grand Slam, Sam Walker. There we go. Sam Walker, OBXnews.com. All right, I want to thank Maddie P for coming in. I had some text messages and emails over the weekend that were like, hey, man, Maddie P's awesome. Maddie P's my guy. You should have Maddie P on more often. Well, maybe so, but I appreciate him being here talking about fall happenings. And, of course, you haven't heard the last of Maddie P. He's all got this bug now, I can tell. He's like, hey, man, I got this guy added me on Facebook, man, because of Maddie P, OBX After Dark. I'm like, dude, you're a celebrity. He's like, nah, man, really? And I'm like, yeah, Maddie P, come on, man. And he's like, oh, man, really? So love me some Maddie P. That's my guy. So he'll, I'm sure we'll have some reappearances from him in the near future. Captain Marty, of course, we got his fishing reports and his stories up online. Had a great meeting with Captain Marty last week. Great meeting with him. Discussed the future of Captain Marty, and the future is looking oh so bright. We're trying to work out a few things on the back end side of it to make sure that it goes off properly, but the future for Captain Marty here at Outer Banks this week is looking phenomenal. You can listen to all of his fishing reports and his stories online at outerbanksthisweek.com. Click on the Captain Marty tab. They got them sectioned off now. I noticed the boss man Phil did that, so you can click on the stories. You can click on the fishing reports. They're separated. So OuterBanksThisWeek.com, click on the Captain Marty tab, and don't forget to pick up his fishing guide wherever fishing can be had. All right, we're going to jump into some shout-outs here in just a few moments. Quick little break, get a word from Wanchi's Off-Road Diesel Performance. Of course, you can get a lot of fishing done, and fishing can be had at Teachers Lair Marina in Hatteras Village.
Teachers Lair Marina in Hatteras Village is the closest spot on the Outer Banks to the Gulf Stream. Just inside Hatteras Inlet, Teachers Lair is fully loaded with bait, tackle, ice, snacks, and drinks for your fun-filled day out on the water. Want to get rigged up to catch the big one? Lee and the gang in the tackle shop can outfit you to catch whatever is eager to get hooked. To see the marina, the tackle shop, or to book a charter, go online to teacheslair.com. Teachers Lair Marina in Hatteras Village. Your fishing venture awaits.
When it comes to general maintenance or major modifications on your diesel vehicle, look no further than Wanchi's Off-Road Diesel Performance in Kill Devil Hills. Master Mechanic Ryan Walker developed the plan for having his own auto shop over over 20 years ago, and today he owns the premium diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks. To have him and his crew take a look under your hood, give him a call today at 252-715-0025 or find him on social media. Wanchi's Off-Road Diesel Performance, the diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks. Yes, Wanchi's Off-Road, your diesel performance powerhouse of the Outer Banks. Yeah, that's my guy. Ryan Walker just turned 39 last week. Happy, again, belated birthday to him. Well, we're going to jump into some shout-outs. And again, as I always say, if you want to talk to me. Podcast at OutofBanksThisWeek.com. One of my favorite things to do is interact with my listeners. Please, if you don't believe me, ask Mr. Adam Dye of Virginia. He is always letting me know what's going on. He's keeping me up to speed with what's going on with him. That dude's pretty cool. He'll text me, about the podcast, give me his own little recap and his little thoughts and opinions on it. Dude, I appreciate that. I wish I had more people doing that. Podcast at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. If you like the podcast, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know. If there's something you want to know, let me know. Podcast at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. Got an email from Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben, I'm going to read your email. He says, hey, Justin, my name's Ben, and I'd like to shout out to my amazing girlfriend, Lexi, who just graduated from West Virginia University with a doctorate in occupational therapy. You're going to be making their way to Buxton. Congratulations, Lexi, getting that doctorate from West Virginia University. Go ahead with your bad self. That is an accomplishment. The sky's the limit for you. If you are willing to put in the work to get a doctorate and write the theses and blah-de-blah, I don't even know all what you got to do to get a doctorate. Something I'll likely never achieve in my lifetime. But you did it, sweetheart. So, Miss Lexi, congratulations to you. The sky's the limit. I don't believe that there's a glass ceiling that will go unbroken with you. Do your thing, girlfriend. Go ahead with your bad self. Your boyfriend, Ben, is obviously very proud of you, okay? So you are worthy of a shout-out, as are you, Mr. Ben, for letting me know about her milestone in her career, I guess we'll say. Would that be a career milestone or school milestone? I don't know the right way to say it, but you get what I'm saying. Congratulations, Lexi. Keep going after it, girl. You got this. Whatever you set your mind to, obviously you can achieve. Believing is achieving. That's what they told us in middle school here in Mania. So, good job. Congratulations. And Mr. Ben, thank you for your email. And again, shout outs. I love giving them to people. It's one of my favorite things to do. Like I said, connecting with the audience. Podcast at OutofBanksThisWeek.com. Let me hear them. I want to know what you want to know. Okay, I want to know what you're interested in knowing. That's probably a better way to put it. All right, we're going to jump into our Jeep Jam segment. Excuse me, Jeep Invasion. I keep calling it Jeep Jam. I got to stop saying that. The Jeep Invasion is coming up this weekend with Tracy coming in just a few moments. Take a little cruise on the Miss Oregon Inlet too, and then when you're done, head on down to Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchi's and grab yourself some of the freshest seafood on the Outer Banks.
Hi, I'm LB Daniels, and when you want great local seafood, you go to Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchi's. How do I know it's great? My daddy is one of the fishermen that brings it to the docks. At Fresh Catch Seafood, you will get local seafood right from their fish house. They are a family-owned business that knows the name of every fisherman that comes to their docks. Visit their social media pages to see the latest catches. My daddy would love to put his tuna on your dinner plate, so get it now from Fresh Catch Seafood in Wanchi's.
Ahoy there, folks. Captain Edward Lee here, and I want to invite you aboard the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. She's a modern 60-foot head boat outfitted with the latest top-quality safety and fishing equipment. We make 3 trips per day out of the world-famous Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. Visit MissOregonInlet.com or call us today at 252-251-4314. So ditch the beach for a bit and set sail with the Miss Oregon Inlet 2.
All right, as promised, I've got Mr. Tracy Colson in here with me from OBX Jeep Invasion. He's going to talk to us a little bit about what we can expect this coming weekend at the Soundside Event Site. Mr. Tracy, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great this afternoon. How are you doing?
You know, I am doing wonderful. I'm doing, it's the weather, a little interesting these last few days, but you know what? It's looking like it's going to be okay for the weekend. So I was kind of trying to look ahead to see what it was going to be like, and it's looking like we're going to have a nice weekend for the Jeep Invasion. So this is what? How many years have you been doing this?
This is our 4th year.
Okay, 4 years of doing it. What was the inspiration behind? Because I know that there's Jeep parties and things that they do. I saw one that was like maybe like in Hickory that they do or something to that effect, somewhere out in the western part of the state. Now, we've got one here on the Outer Banks. What was the inspiration behind doing this? A bunch of Jeepers, is that what they call you guys?
Yes.
Jeepers? Just get together and have a party? How does this work?
Yes. Jeep Club we were formerly in. Dare County came to us and told us that the club that had the event before us was, not going to do it. And that date was open if we were interested in doing it. And so, we took it over. Thought it'd be a good way to raise money for charities in Dare County. We keep all the money from this in Dare County. So, just trying to raise some money to help some people out.
Okay, so it was just kind of an idea. You guys got together and like, look, how can we use our Jeeps and our willingness to give back? Okay, that's a great thing. I was kind of looking over your website, and you can go online to obxjeepinvasion.com to see, the dates and the times of the activities that are going to be taking place with the Jeep Invasion. So you've got, it looks like 3 charities that you're going to be giving money back to. What are those charities?
First is the Wounded Warriors in Action. They bring wounded veterans down to the Outer Banks every year, carry them fishing, do hunting trips, and keep them down here for a week. And we raise money to help support that. Our charities have varied every year. This year we have the SPCA and the Virginia Tillett Center toy drive is what we call it. We take some money that we have left over from the event, and the group of us that put the event together, we go to Walmart and we spend that money shopping, and then we get a police escort down the beach road to Manio to the Virginia Tillett Center, where we get to, give them a lot of toys for the underprivileged kids of Dare County.
That's excellent. 3 great charities that you're involved in. The Wounded Warriors. I'm a vet, so that speaks to me. Of course, you always got to take care of the kids. And of course, our furry friends always need food, blankets, whatever else they need over there at the SPCA. So it's really, really 3 great charities you've chosen. So you're going to have like a big party out there at the Soundside Event Site. You're going to have different vendors and things of that out there. What kind of vendors are there going to be?
Oh, we have all kinds of vendors. We got some really good food vendors this year.
Yeah, I want to hear about. What do we got? I mean, just give me throw some at me. Throw me some of the food. Throw me some of the other vendors.
Big Boss Burritos. Out of Elizabeth City. Big Chesapeake Concessions, and my wife's favorite is the Funnel Cake Factory. We had to have fun. We had to have funnel cake.
Come on.
So absolutely. There's some of the bigger ones we have. Then of course we have like the slushies and
right.
Yeah. So
okay. Any other like Jeep vendors that are gonna is KDH Jeep gonna have a spot out there set up with stuff?
KDH Jeep is our supporting sponsor.
Oh.
Yes, they are. Yep, Joe and his group at KDH do a great job helping us out and helping us put this event on. And we've also got some more locals and some people traveling to come see us. We've got Dirty Habits.
Okay.
Off-Road is a vendor this year. And we actually have Metal Cloak, which is one of the bigger off-road companies coming that they bring what they call a CTI trailer. You pull your Jeep up on it and it flexes it out. And a lot of people really like that.
Oh.
So,
how interesting.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool. So you were talking about KDH Jeep being one of your presenting sponsors, and I want to hear about some of the other sponsors in just a few moments, but I was reading some of the events. So you've got the Fun Run, which was formerly known as the Poker Run. So what is this Fun Run?
It's basically a poker run. We just can't use the word poker run.
Okay. Just can't use the word poker run.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Got it. So it's just a fun run, but it's just, we can't. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Now, vendor bingo. So this was kind of everybody gets like a bingo card. How does that work?
Yeah, everybody will get a bingo card in their registration packet, and they'll go around each vendor. We give all the vendors stamps. They go around each vendor, and the vendors stamp their card, and if somebody comes back and has a fully stamped card, we put their name in a drawing for a raffle item at the end of the event.
Okay.
So,
very nice. Now, you got raffles, live bands. Okay, and, I'm a music guy. I like the music. Tell me a little bit about some of these bands.
Well, Friday from 1 to 4, we have Soul One. Going to be
yes. Brent. I know Brent.
Yep.
Cool guy.
And Saturday, same thing, 1 to 4. We have a group out of Pennsylvania called Sweet Desire.
Sweet Desire.
Yes, they're looking to go big time on us. So they're basically coming down. The only thing we're having to pay is somewhere for them to stay. They're basically doing it for for the publicity. And we've had a lot of people reach out to us and say, hey, we really want to come see this band that's playing Saturday. Do we have to own a Jeep to come? And I had one lady say, we will rent a Jeep and come down if we have to. That's the only way we can get in.
Right.
So I said, no, ma'am, you do not. You can come right in and you can listen to them play. And so you do not have to own a Jeep to attend.
Okay. That's good to know, because I know that was a big question. I know that a lot of the public would like to come out and at least look at the different Jeeps and everything, because I see there's a show and shine. So is that like you just polish up your Jeep and put her out there and let people kind of come by and take a look and maybe take pictures or whatever?
And we have several different categories. Of course, you have your best in show and your best light package and your best paint, and all different, best off-road capable, best overland. It's a lot of different categories. So we try to give everybody a little something.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Now, what kind of Jeep do you have?
I have a 2021 Jeep Gladiator.
Okay, all right. This I'm sure it's a nice looking vehicle that you possess. Yes.
Yeah, well, I like it anyway.
Yeah, I got you, absolutely. Well, now let me ask you this. I'm kind of a Jeep guy. Okay, I've got, now, when you probably saw it when you pulled up to the building a little earlier, it's a silver 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee with the Hemi in it. Yeah, that. I know you saw it when you came up. Yeah. I could bring that one out there, right? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well, we may ask you to park at the outlet mall with that thing, but yes, you're welcome to bring it out if you want to.
Yeah. So you like the Jeep Wrangler styles is kind of the featured vehicle in the Jeep line.
Yeah, we're not too picky.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I had to make a joke. I was like, hold on, man. I got a Jeep Cherokee out there, and I like to have fun with this. So, all right, but yeah. So you don't have to have a Jeep to come out there and watch, participate, and walk around and see things. Of course, you're always looking to expand your Jeep Invasion army, I'm sure.
Yes.
So that's a good way to do it, is for people to kind of come out, and you may inspire somebody to be like, gosh, I really like that one right there, man. Check this out. Next thing you know, they're up there banging on Joe's door at KDH Jeep looking for that same model or whatnot.
Well, and Joe will have several Jeeps out on site Friday and Saturday, set up, stickers in the windows, and I'm sure he'd be glad to sell them one.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't doubt that a bit. So you talked about, they're the presenting sponsor, KDH, Outer Banks, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, right there, Mapu's 5.5. Now, you've got some other sponsors. Any other sponsors we want to shout out to real quick?
Yeah, our big ones are, of course, KDH, and the Outer Banks Visitors Bureau is another one of our big supporters.
Okay.
Jolly Roger Restaurant. Print Plus, one of our big sponsors. They do all of our printing needs and banners, and for something like this, it's a lot.
Right.
Of course, we have like the Dunes Restaurant and Mulligan's and Lucky 12, and on the food side, and then we have other companies in the area like Albemarle Glass, AR Chess and Construction, United Rentals helps us out, Shipwrecks. Yeah, so we're very fortunate in that to have plenty of good sponsors.
Absolutely. Now, for more information, people can go online to obxjeepinvasion.com.
Yes.
Get all the details right there. You can register. I'm going to click on this registration tab. I'm looking at the website right now. So you can go and you can click there, and it'll step by step you through the process.
Yes.
So that's excellent. So this is 4 days. 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
Making sure I got my dates correct. September 20th through the 22nd.
Yes.
I feel like I'm leaving something out. What else can we expect from Jeep Invasion this year?
Well, Sunday we have what we call Lighthouse to Lighthouse toy run.
Okay.
So we all meet at the Bodie Island Lighthouse.
Okay.
And we ask everybody to bring a new unwrapped toy. And if they do that, if they donate that, we put names in a raffle, And then all of us line up and drive. I think last year there was 150 Jeeps, and we drive to the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. And once we get to Cape Hatteras, we draw the winner of the raffle.
Okay.
There. So, yep, just a way to get a lot of Jeeps together. Looks good going down the road like that. So
it does.
Yes.
It's definitely a sight to see.
Yes.
If you get an opportunity to look at those Jeeps when they're coming down the road, definitely something really cool. Definitely a pretty picture, that's for sure. Well, Mr. Tracy, I don't did we cover everything? I feel like we may have covered everything.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
Yes, sir.
I mean, just everybody know that this is happening this weekend. See the Jeeps. Come on out to the Soundside Event Site and hang out and just experience what's fixing to happen, because I know that in the past that it's always been a huge turnout, always benefited great charities. Like you said, we've got the Outer Banks SPCA this year, the Wounded Warriors Project, and the Virginia Tillett Center, the toy drive that they do. So definitely three great charities to benefit this year. And it sounds to me like you're going to have a successfully huge event again this year.
As long as Mother Nature cooperates.
Now, let me ask you this before we kind of wrap this thing up. Are there any future plans? Are you already looking at what you could maybe do next year, make it bigger, or is that still in production?
Yes, we are already working on next year. We have we have a band already signed for next year, and we have a lot of our small things. The event site is not that big, so we're kind of limited on getting too big.
Right, I got you. That's true.
Kind of run out of space there, but there's not really any other options down here. So,
I got you.
We kind of got to keep it reined in some. We'd love for it to be huge, but
respect.
Yes.
Maybe we'll just we'll call the county. I think I know somebody that's on the board of commissioners that you may know. What's his name? Steve House or something?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to call that guy or not.
Maybe not, but I maybe we can get him to get a line item in the budget for next year to dump a bunch of sand over there and out into the sound and make it bigger.
I'm all for that.
Acreage.
Yes,
and we can make it bigger.
We'll see what kind of pull he's got.
Mr. Tracy, hey, thanks for coming in again. Online, obxjeepinvasion.com, where you can get more details regarding this event. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Pray the weather stays nice and for you all, and it's not too hot, not too cold. Of course, I don't think it'll be too cold just yet, but it'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, it will. Look forward to seeing everybody out there.
And I appreciate you coming in and giving me a little bit of time to talk about this today. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Queen Anne's Boutique and Wine Bar at Teachers Lair Marina in Hatteras Village offers the classic boutique shopping feel with a subtle twist. Ladies, enjoy a glass of wine or mimosa while trying on the latest trends. And guys, enjoy a draft beer down on the docks or while telling your lady how dazzling she looks in her new threads. Need a place to have your bridal shower or bachelorette party? Queen Anne's Boutique is ready to play host for you. To find out more, visit Queen Anne's Boutique on social media. Queen Anne's Boutique, that classic boutique feel with a subtle twist.
Sea Chef Dockside Kitchen is the new restaurant at the world-renowned Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. Chef and owner Mac Boobin, alongside his father Jeff, a James Beard Award winner, had a vision of blending a traditional fish shack with modern culinary influences in a casual setting. With a menu that features the bounty of local watermen, Sea Chef Dockside Kitchen offers hand-selected fresh seafood and more. Enjoy dockside dining on their deck, watching the boats as they come and go with their daily catches, or book an event in the private upstairs room or in your own home. Visit them online at seachefouterbanks.com. Sea Chef Dockside Kitchen, the newest addition to the Oregon Inlet Fishing Center.
Mr. Mac Boobin down there at Sea Chef Dockside Kitchen, man, that guy is pretty rad. Got the pleasure of hanging out with him a good handful of times. And let me tell you something, he is bringing some really creative and innovative things to the Oregon Inlet Fishing Center at the restaurant there. So get an opportunity to head on down to Sea Chef Dockside Kitchen at Oregon Inlet. I encourage you to do so. You will not regret going down there. All right, we're going to jump into some events. Again, all these events can be found online at outerbanksthisweek.com. Just click on the events tab, and you can see them in their entirety with all the fine details that you will need to know in order to participate in, buy tickets for, or go to these events. Okay, we'll start with the local high school and middle school athletics. Of course, you please show these kids, make sure you're showing these kids love and support, whether it be volleyball, football, soccer, track, tennis, all these fall activities. Please show up and show out for these kids. Okay, they work tirelessly every day to achieve wonderful goals of being the best in their respective fields here. So local high school and middle school athletics, please show up for these kids, football, volleyball, soccer, track, tennis, here locally and wherever you're listening from. Okay, I know they would appreciate it. We got trivia nights, live music across the board, karaoke nights still going on. All that information, where you can find it online at outerbanksthisweek.com. Something I've kind of thrown in here, haunted attractions that are coming up in October. You can go online and search for on Facebook haunted attractions. I know that there's a few in Currituck. I believe there's one in Harbinger, and then there's that one that's all the way up at the McCorney's Auditorium right there and just on the other side of Coin Jock. Oh, shoot. I talked about it last week. Please, I think it's in Barco. There it is. It's in Barco. Go and check those out. Of course, you always got Wicked Woods over in Eastlake with Mr. Jingles and Mr. Jangles. Okay, and I'm going to try to get them to come in and talk to me here soon. I don't know. I got a friend of mine named Johnny Nepkins that likes to go out there to Wicked Woods and just scare the life out of all of them, because anytime he goes out there, they just get scared. I mean, it's just the way it is. So I'll take my friend Johnny out there, and anyway, Wicked Woods is always a great time. You'll have fun out there, guaranteed. But these are the haunted attractions. Check those out, and any other fall-related activities. Make sure you check, like the hay rides. The Grandy Greenhouse has a fun one. So much fun stuff at Island Farm here in Manio. Good times, good times. Check all that stuff out. Make sure you're also going to Mug Night with DJ Styles at Jolly Rogers in Kill Devil Hills. It's every Thursday. Bring your own mug. Fill it for $3 with selected house beer. 21 and up starting at 9 o'clock is a $5 cover. And your boy Matty P, he's going to be in the house. Definitely check that out. I believe they still got the brunches and everything going on at Cafe Pamlico in Buxton from 8 until 1. Yoga on the patio and the uncorked wine tastings on Mondays. So make sure you check those out at Cafe Pamlico in Buxton. The Eastern Serving Competition, they're wrapping things up at Jeanette's Pier. The next few days, they'll be ending things on September 21st, this coming Saturday. And that starts at 8 o'clock every morning. Of course, we talked about OBX Jeep Invasion going on this weekend, Thursday, September 19th, today, through Sunday, the 22nd at the Soundside Event Site at Nags Head. Some other things that are happening in the near future, like Chef's Table with Chef Cody Hooker, taking place at New Vines on Tuesday, September 24th in the evening from 6 until 8. That's always a good time. Cody Hooker, good guy, great friend, knows his stuff. Buffalo City Distillery in Point Harbor is doing a paint and sip party. That's going to be happening Saturday, September 28th, starting at 4 o'clock. Check out their social media for more details on how you can be a part of that. The 15th annual, we're going to look down the road a little ways. The 15th annual Duck Jazz Festival is happening Saturday and Sunday, October 12th and the 13th. You can go online to townofduck.com to get more details on that. That's going to be a lot of fun. They've been doing that again. This is the 15th annual Duck Jazz Festival. So it's a repeat fun activity that they've been doing up there. Go online, townofduck.com for more details. A couple more things going on. The Outer Banks Seafood Festival is happening Saturday, October 19th at the Soundside Event Site in Nags Head. Go online to outerbanksseafoodfestival.org to get more information on how you can get tickets, the event schedule. All that stuff is online at outerbanksseafoodfestival.org. The 8th annual, and I failed to mention this one last week. I do apologize to my friend Crystal, whom I love so much. She's wonderful. 8th annual Dare to Scare 5K is happening Saturday, October 26th. It's going to start at 8 o'clock in the morning from the Coastal Studies Institute in Skyco and finishing at the Virginia Tillett Community Center in Manio. There's more details to come about that, so stay right here. I'll get you up to speed with all of that. I may even have my friend Crystal come in and discuss the race. All right, we're going to wrap this thing up. See if I forgot anything. In the meantime, while I'm thinking, let's talk to our friends down at Ride the Wind in Ocracoke. And, of course, ELS OBX. Electricity, something I don't mix well with at all, and that's why I only trust the folks at ELS OBX. ELS OBX offers a variety of services from custom electrical installations to lighting design. ELS OBX has the experience and know-how to complete any job. They're committed to providing the highest quality lighting and electrical installations or service at affordable prices. Visit them online at elsobx.com to get a brighter idea of how shockingly awesome they are. See what I did there? ELS OBX, electrical and lighting solutions you can count on.
Ride the Wind has been the surf shop on Ocracoke Island since 1985. With more than 300 brands and counting, Ride the Wind has the largest selection of sunglasses, surf apparel, Ocracoke apparel, footwear, and jewelry on the island. If you're looking to get out on the water, you can rent a kayak, surfboard, paddleboard, skimboard, or bodyboard. If you're looking for a unique Ocracoke experience, you can rent one of our high-end priority beach cruisers, or you can book a kayak history eco tour, surf lesson, or sup yoga session. For more information or to see their live Ocracoke webcam, go online at surfocracoke.com. Ride the wind, Ocracoke Island's top surf shop for over 39 years.
All right. Did I forget anything? I don't think I did. I say that every week, though, and then I realize after the fact, or somebody makes me aware of the fact that I did forget something. And if I did, podcast at outerbanksthisweek.com. Please let me know. And again, if you got an event coming up, I want to help promote it for you. Podcast at outerbanksthisweek.com. That's what I love doing. I love sharing the activities and the things to do here on the Outer Banks. It's my passion. Okay, for sure. I want to help you. So, podcast at outerbanksthisweek.com. I want to thank Tracy for coming in and kicking it with me to talking about the Jeep Invasion. It's going to be a lot of fun this weekend. Next week, oh man, I may have to put a disclaimer on the next podcast. I'm going to have Heather Cater and Tiffany Moldovan and Brooke Sparks coming in to talk about 2024 real estate and property management. Now, you know Tiffany, she's been in before, but we're welcoming some new friends, Heather and Brooke. Oh, I don't know if I've bitten off more than I can chew, or if this is, I don't know how this is going to go. I know how it's gone in the past. Again, this one might have to put a disclaimer on this one that, hey kids, might be some naughty language. I don't know yet, but we'll see. Heather Cater, Tiffany Moldovan, and Brooke Sparks going to be talking about real estate and property management on the Outer Banks for 2024, and maybe what's coming up, what you can expect for 2025. So that is next week's podcast. But for this week's podcast, thank Tracy again from Jeep Invasion for coming in. Outer Banks This Week podcast, episode number 82 in the books, and it's all brought to you by Kelly's Automotive in Manio. If it has doors, it can be yours. And online at kellysobxauto.com. All right, I'm heading out of here. You know, I've been using the Freestyle Bob outro for quite some time now, so I'm going to say a little something like this now. I will see y'all again next week, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.
This has been another radical edition of the Outer Banks This Week podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and listen every Thursday for a new episode.